Hello all, welcome to Learning Oasis. In today's video, we are going to see the usage of switch function in Excel. So it is basically a logical testing function. You can replace the existing ones like the if function or the nested if condition that you have been using with switch function. This is more of a straightforward option when compared to using if, wherein you need to remember the number of brackets you open and then the number of brackets you need to close, so on and so forth. But here you won't have that trouble. So let's see. There is two tables that I have. The first table, I want to replace values h, m, and l with respectively high, medium, and then low. So for that, if I use a if condition, I'll compare the cell, the value in the cell, and then I'll go with the first true option, and then the second true option, and then the false option. But if I use the switch condition, so I will start the switch formula and then I will select the cell which is B6. I want to check the value of it. If it is H, I want the output to be high. So the next condition when I going to start, I don't have to go back to the cell to compare it again. So I'll go with the second result. So that will be, it will compare if it is M, and then it will give me the output as medium, and then finally I'll use the last one which is L, and then the output I'm going to get is low. So that's it. So if you compare, when you're using if, you would require using two if conditions, and then you will have to remember where you open the bracket, where to close it, those sort of things. But here you don't have that requirement. So the next example we are going to see is for the second table, wherein we have a different set of numbers, and then you want to categorize it based on a range. Say for instance, if it is greater than 90, you wanted to call outstanding; greater than 70, you wanted to call it as very good. Similarly, for the other ranges. Okay. So for that, if you use a if condition, so you will use basically one, two, three, four if conditions, and then you will have to come up with a final output of it. So if the similar thing, if we want to use the switch condition, let's see how to do it. So let's start with switch, and then you will have to use the condition true, because we are going to check an expression and the output needs to be true. So that is the reason we are using the true condition here, and then comma. So we are going to select the cell, and we are going to check if it is greater than 90. If it is, then we are going to call it as outstanding. And then second thing, so that you're going to check the second condition, same thing, B12 greater than 75. So now you're going to call it as very good. And the next expression, same thing, B12 greater than 65, you're going to call it as good. And then the next thing, same cell B12, if you're going to check it is greater than 50, you're going to call it as average. And then the last one, if all these things fail, you'll have to give a final output which is going to be poor, which is obviously less than 50. So now you just close the bracket once, and then you hit enter, you would get the output here. So this is what we are going to get. So switch condition can be used in multiple other scenarios as well, which maybe I'll post another video in detail, wherein you can use it for checking two condition using AND operator or the OR operator, which you typically do with the if statement today. So even those things can be accomplished using switch function. This video was helpful. Thank you all.